Hi there, my name is Kaylee.
My name is Shay.
And we're tackling some big debt.
In the Big Apple.
And we believe that the journey to financial independence and physical health happens a little bit every single day.
Yes.
So what you're about to see is 2 weeks worth of our lives just fighting to get financially independent and a little bit dang healthier.
Yes.
What you got going on today, girl?
Oh, so many things. I finally submitted all of the seniors' final transcripts.
Let's go.
So they can get sent off to colleges, which is awesome. And then I have my first rehearsal for my New York Theater Festival play that I am so excited
Let's
about.
go.
So I am actually getting ready to head out. I have to go in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah. And I am doing all my regular Monday work, trying to wrap up the schedule for the conference that I'm working on, and then like mentally making a packing list for that same conference because I leave very early Friday morning. So a lot going on this week. I also have to give a presentation to a group of regional vice presidents.
Oh, very exciting. I am walking to my first rehearsal, and since I have a couple extra minutes, I decided that I would walk Central Park South on my way to get there, so I'm just enjoying the walk. I just got out of my first rehearsal. It went super well. We also wrapped up a little early, so I got off at 72nd Street, and I'm just walking through Central Park on my way back home. Off the train and walking back to the apartment. I am so glad I took that little walk in Central Park. I so totally needed it. It's just so nice to remember that like that's there for me to walk in anytime I want, and that's pretty awesome.
I can always tell when I've been working too long and it's time for me to get up because Willow makes it really known that she would like some chair time. So I guess that's my cue. That it's time for me to get up, eh? Everybody's here to hang out. They were all here for my last meeting. Luckily, you can't see the couch really in the background of my calls because, my goodness. You guys know those TikToks that are like, this is my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. This is their 5 to 9 after their 9 to 5. But their 9 to 5 was just the same thing, but over there. What'd you make for dinner, baby?
I made Elote dense bean salad.
And listen. It's not the most beautiful meal that Shay's ever made me, but damn, it's
I would say it
good.
May be one of the most tasty.
It's so good. We're gonna have to post the recipe for this one.
Yeah.
Was there a recipe or did you make it up?
I made it up.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I logged it all.
Right. We'll have to post it because it goes nuts.
So hard.
Goes so good. Elote, if you don't know, is like the Mexican street corn. So freaking good. So good. Let me look at the macros. Let me look. We also finished Bones last night.
Completely by accident.
We didn't realize there was less episodes in the last season than there were in the seasons before. So we were like, how many episodes are left? And we were like, oh, this is the last one. So we watched 2 last night just to finish it. And I didn't like the ending that much. I thought it was boring.
I liked it.
Shay liked it. I thought it was boring. It ended the same way that all their other episodes ended.
Is that, spoilers, after the whole Palant storyline, it was very difficult to top anything or make it feel like...
Yeah, they peaked too early.
Yeah.
And then they just had like 3 seasons that were just like, okay. So Shay wants to start Abbott Elementary tonight. That's going to be our next dinner time show. We like to watch a little show with dinner. So Abbott Elementary, we're going to start tonight. Our walk this morning was super short. So Shay obviously went around and did her rehearsal and stuff, but I got like 3,000 steps. So I'm gonna walk around the block a couple times. Luckily, you know, New York got big blocks. So I'm gonna walk around the block 3 or 4 times and just get the last couple thousand I need. I need a haircut. That's crazy. So we've got some new people who have subscribed to the channel, which is rad. Thanks for being here. But also, I feel like we haven't talked about it in a while. We live in New York City, obviously, but also in a 5-floor walk-up, which means that anytime I need to get into or out of my apartment, I need to go up and down 5 flights of stairs. It hurts. And I was coming back up from my walk just now, and the whole way up, I was like, oh, I have to do the dishes when I get upstairs. And I was just really just like, I've had a long work day, a long couple of work weeks. I really didn't even want to go out and walk, but I'm doing this step challenge that I paid to do. So if I don't do the steps, I lose $40, which is not worth it to me. So I, you know, went all the way down the stairs, walked around the block 4 times, which is like 4,000 steps. Climbed up the stairs, and I opened the door, and Shay is finishing the dishes. I don't love her just because she does the dishes when I've had a long day. But wow, does doing the dishes for me when I've had a really long day make me feel very loved? Because I know that she wants me to prioritize doing something that I want to do and not just something I have to do. That's a good wife that I have. She is really awesome. And I'm going to have another couple of long days, and I'm going to have a long, you know what, just like a straight week and a half from this moment until basically next Monday. It's going to be long. It's going to be brutal. But I know that I got that wicked awesome wife who helps take care of me, and I would be nowhere near as far as I am in my career, in my life, anything, without the freaking awesome wife. I keep pointing because she's over there in the shower. And I just needed to acknowledge that. I like to acknowledge that as often as I can, because I am one person and I work really hard. I don't want to not credit myself for that, but working really hard and also maintaining some semblance of like a structured life, that's new. That's different, and that's not me. That's her, 100%. So I'd like to acknowledge to the world that, unfortunately, sorry to all you other wives out there, I'm sure you're great, but my wife is the best wife, and I'm very grateful for her today, every day, and every day from now on. Right, Giles? He said, yes. Good morning. Headed into the office. Running out of time this week. This week is clipping. I leave Friday morning, so I gotta get all my work done for the week by Thursday evening. So, got a meeting tonight until 5:30, so I won't leave the office until a little later than I normally like to. What are you gonna do? I'll be just fine. I'm still gonna take a long walk on my way into the office, on my way out of the office to get all my steps. And power day today, which is just under 12,000. Let's go. I'm in the office. I'm at about 5,100 steps, about 2.6 kilometers, walking from 59th Street to 34th Street. That'll do it for me. So ideally, I'd like to leave today with like 6,500 steps from just pacing the office. My hair looks a little whack. I need a haircut. I think 6,000 might be realistically where I land. And I'm gonna have to make a concerted effort to like do some laps. So, but 65 would be nice. So let's see what we can do. I'm in a little focus room. The lighting is just atrocious, and that lamp does not work. All right, to work I go.
Willow meets her opponent.
Now they're both at it. Pigeon is completely unfazed.
I left the office at 7,400 steps. Let's go. I am home. As soon as I walked in the door, my perfect, beautiful wife handed me a crisp, beautiful Coke Zero, which was very necessary after my long day. Mm-hmm. How was your day? Did you vlog?
Good. No, not a bit. Not one bit. It took all of my willpower just to concentrate enough to do the things I needed to do for work. And then my brain turned off for about an hour and a half, and then I was cleaning and cooking like a mad woman.
What do we have here?
We have salmon bites, rice, and an avocado red onion salsa situation.
Hell yeah. My brain is tired. My fellow staffing lead for this conference thing that I'm doing said he wants to take a look at something on the schedule, but he's not going to be able to do it till after he gets his kids home from school. And he lives in Seattle, which means basically that I'm done for the night.
Yeah.
I have 2 things on my to-do list for we're calling it our day jobs, which is my actual job. That's not this staffing thing. We're both calling them our day jobs. And I think I can finish those things tomorrow. I really do think that. And that leaves me Thursday at home to wrap up the schedule. Friday, I'm traveling. I'm going to be the only person from the scheduling team on site at the conference on Friday. Saturday, I start at 7 a.m. They just assigned me something at 7 a.m. on Saturday. So I hit the ground running like a week and a half ago and never stopped running. So I'm glad to have the next couple hours to just chill, catch up with my lovely wife, hang out with these cats. We're working on Giles' sleep schedule still. We keep thinking we're making progress, and then this morning at about 4:30, I awoke to the sounds of him screaming. Not screaming. You guys have heard him meow. Maybe not in this video yet. I don't know. But his meow is like objectively cute. It's just piercing. It's very loud.
I don't know. I've fully had dreams where I thought someone was screaming, and then I woke up and realized it was Giles.
It was just Giles. And so he's been waking us up in the middle of the night and just shouting. I don't know, is he bored? We adjusted their food schedule. I thought maybe he was just extra hungry, so we fed him more. But no, he's meowing before breakfast time. We're trying to figure out what he needs in order to have a good sleep through the night, or even just a calming presence in the night. If he wanted to be creepy and watch us sleep, that's fine. It's the shouting that I don't particularly like. So we're gonna try some stuff today. We've got him on. Every once in a while we do something, we think it's worked, and then he shouts at me from my nightstand for 20 straight minutes at 4 o'clock in the morning. And we can't continue that. That needs to end as soon as possible. So that's the things that we're working on in this household. Cat sleep schedules. Good morning.
Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right?
I think.
Okay. I think it's Wednesday.
Yesterday after dinner, we just kind of chilled.
Yeah. It was very nice, actually.
I was just playing my game. We were relaxing. We were chatting.
It was good. It was
good.
uneventful.
How was Giles' sleep last night?
He slept very well last night. He had one moment at like 5:30.
Okay.
And then I made Harvey get up and go hang out with him.
We parentified our son. What do you got going on today?
I have more grades, all the grades, always, all the time.
The time of year.
This time for the underclassmen, not the seniors. And then I have to buy some things for the house.
Buy some things for the house.
I need to buy some foam strip for the window and a surge protected extension cord.
It's almost AC season, so it's time to prepare. Yes. I'm finishing up my last day job project before the conference. I'm trying to finish that up today, get that done, get it over with. I need to pack at some point.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the office tomorrow, so I probably won't pack clothes, but maybe we can run by CVS on the way home, pick up some travel things, because I need those too.
All that good stuff.
for those of you following along in our park journey. We live near-ish, not super near, but near-ish Astoria Park. And they have it, like, the Great Lawn, like, mostly shut down because they're repaving and stuff. They actually paved some of it.
Oh, it looks so
They added a bunch of
new benches.
new benches. They paved the first round. Obviously, they still got a lot of work to do, but that's exciting. I am so jazzed. I have to go back and watch the video and find out what we predicted in the first place. I think I said August and you said December.
Yeah.
There's also apparently a carnival in the park this week. And I don't think I'm gonna get to go. Also, the thing about carnivals is they're fun in theory, and then you get there and you're like, this is $100. Everything's $100.
Yeah.
And both of us grew up with parents who were very anti-carnival ride.
Yep.
In a major way. What did your mom call them?
Duct tape death machines.
Duct tape death machines. My dad never had a fun name for them, though I do like that one.
Yep.
He just used to say, I don't trust riding anything that's meant to be taken apart, which I find very sound logic, and I can't really argue with.
Also, anytime that many people were all together, my mother would also call it a human petri dish.
Honestly, not wrong.
Yeah.
She was a little bit ahead of her time in that way.
Well.
But we're still gonna scope it out right now before it's open.
Yeah.
Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go, ooh, I kind of want a funnel cake. And then I remember my health goals and financial goals. And I'm gonna go, I don't need to spend $40 on a funnel cake, you know? So let's go scope it out right now for funsies.
Got any high protein funnel cake recipes?
You got a protein-based, non-dairy funnel cake? Yeah, there's definitely a carnival in the whole parking lot. Like, the park. See, I'm not riding that. I'm not riding that.
Ferris wheel would definitely be fine.
No, I'm not riding any of that. No. Okay, something that did just make me feel better though is we just walked by all these inflatable things. And the New York City Department of Buildings is here making sure everything is set up as it should be.
Yeah.
I
love a
total distance 2.0 kilometers.
2 kilometers. I like the carnival vibe. I just, you know, they're meant to be taken apart and moved around. And I'm supposed to get on it when it would just spend all day on the highway.
We had a carnival that came to my college once a year, and that was like the highlight of my year. Every single year was going to that carnival, dude.
That's like a funnel cake and a fried Oreo.
Yeah.
And a meat on a stick. I like the fair in my hometown, the Kern County Fair. Goes around Kern County, California. Also has a rodeo.
Rides on it.
There are rides, I just don't go on them because they scare me. And I get a lamb sandwich from the Basque Club at the Kern County Fair. I took Shea this last year.
Yeah.
And
it was an experience for sure.
And we went the night of the rodeo.
Yep.
Which is
a fight
big
broke
deal.
out after the rodeo.
That's pretty consistent every year.
Yep.
That happens. And a cowboy hit on my sister.
Yep.
And it turns out she should have let him. Okay? Anyway, we walked all the way to the track. We'll probably loop around, walk back by the water. This was a longer walk than we expected.
But we also got out earlier than usual.
Yes, and I want to hit as many steps as possible because it's also supposed to be 83 degrees today, which is nice in theory. We'll see how it feels in practice. Like under the bridge, bro? Under the bridge, dog? I'm not doing that. That's wild. I'm not doing that.
Going inside of the firehouse feels a little crazy too.
No. Have you ever wondered how they get so much garbage and stuff around New York City when it's an island? Look at that. Trash barge. A beautiful view of the trash barge. Look at these brothers in love. Wow, look at them. Oh. So, 0.5. Oh. Deep foot sniff. How's your workday going?
It's gone. That was not my work.
What was it?
That was the much ado script.
Ah, your side projecting during your workday? That is wild. We are about to do a very important project that we've been putting off.
Changing the alarm sounds.
Shay says I need to change the alarm sound on my phone, otherwise she's gonna hit me.
It's really not her fault. It's just one of those things where
She's hit a point with the rage.
Any single sound wakes you up from a deep sleep enough times in a row, it's going to fill you with rage no matter what.
And I think this has been my alarm sound since we met.
Yeah.
So it's just time for a new one, or Shay's gonna wake up angry in the morning, and we don't
need that.
We don't like that.
I'm an Aries. I'm scary when I get mad.
My workday's technically over, but as I was telling Shay earlier, my workday will both be over and happening in perpetuity at the same time, basically until the 16th. So I've got my eye on my email, I've got my eye on my messages. I'm switching over basically full-time to conference mode, which rules. I'll finish packing some tonight, tomorrow. I decided not to go into the office tomorrow, so that way I can finish packing and like have a little time to hang out with my wife and whatnot before I go. What did you do today?
I inputted a lot of grades. So many people's grades, absolutely all over the place. And I downloaded a version of the Shakespeare play that I have to cut. I have to cut down, and I'm gonna be in pre-pro for that in like 6 months, but I'm giving myself plenty of time to cut the script because I gotta cut a lot of it. And then I went on a little shopping adventure. I got some things for Kaylee to pack, and I got some supplies for AC season, which starts tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be 88 degrees tomorrow. And what was the high today? 85? 85. So it hit 85, and there was about an hour I was like, I'm a little toasty. Mm-hmm. But to be fair, we didn't have like the fans turned on, we didn't have the windows open and stuff, so like we didn't prepare very well. And it was just for like an hour that I was like, I'm a little sweaty. And I was wearing like socks, and I was like wearing clothes. So there was options, and we deployed them, and we did not like need the ACs in, but tomorrow is the first day where we're like, it could really go either way. So Shay got stuff to get that all set up. Now we are eating the dense bean salad. Did we make that? When did we make that? In this video? No, last video. No, this video. I don't know when we made it. Monday, so it had to be this one.
Yeah.
Y'all know. All right, hopefully put the dense bean salad recipe in the description box below. But Shay made it up, so it's like a little harder to, there's no like video we can link to it.
Yeah.
But it's like elote, it's like street corn dense bean salad. You already know, you already saw. So we're gonna eat this. We're gonna watch Mamma Mia because it came up on Hulu, and you know what? It's fun.
One thing about us,
we love Mamma Mia.
Love Mamma Mia.
Shay was in Mamma Mia once.
It was my first like big girl professional contract acting job.
Directed by Terrence Mann.
Yeah, that was a doozy.
I didn't see it.
So much fun.
I didn't know her yet. Anyway, we're gonna watch Mamma Mia, the movie, the musical, the rock rolling good time. And then I'm probably gonna play my game and keep an eye on my work messages for the rest of the night. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to do the artist's way and then probably a couple sewing projects.
We're so boring. I love it. I should actually pack some, so maybe I'll check in later when I'm packing. Yeah. I was gonna get my haircut today and I forgot. It's not great. I packed up, I did a little fashion show and I tried on all the pants that I own, and we picked out what pants I'm gonna pack and take with me. Mm-hmm. Shay's fixing up a piece of elastic on her shoe.
Yes. And
Shay's gonna do laundry tomorrow instead of Friday, so I can pack nice clean clothes, which is very kind and nice of her. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm gonna check my email and my messages one last time, my work stuff, and then I'm gonna play my game, I think.
Heck yeah.
I need to get my haircut tomorrow. I don't have an option. Look at this. It's too long. Willow just fell behind the couch.
Classic.
You good, girl? You good? You all right? They're hanging out here watching the birds, and she got excited and fell down. Good Thursday morning.
Happy Thursday.
I've thought it was Friday every day this week so far, except for Monday.
Yeah.
Which has been tough. I'm in full conference mode right now, today. So it's all about getting prepped and ready to leave for Vegas tomorrow morning. I'm gonna leave the house tomorrow like 4 a.m. Yeah. Shay has been very nice and supportive and wonderful because she's a really wonderful wife and I love her very much. So I gotta get my haircut today. I gotta finish packing today. Yeah. Shay just started the laundry so I can have clean clothes to pack, which is ideal. Yep. What about you? What do you got going on?
I have lots and lots of work to do. I need to publish all of the kids' final grades. I inputted all of them yesterday, but I need to publish them so that the parents can see them. Mm-hmm. And then I also have rehearsal today in Harlem.
Harlem rehearsal. So busy bees over here. So we're out starting laundry, taking a walk, running some errands, getting to move on. I did it. I got the AC set up. This is what life is like when you live in New York and you don't have central air conditioning. We're testing. I actually don't know how well you're going to be able to. I wonder how well the sound's going to sound with this. We're testing just leaving it set on a higher cooling temperature most of the time instead of just like turning it on when it gets really hot and setting it really cold, you know? Mm-hmm. So we're testing it out. Hopefully we're going to see how this goes.
It will keep everything more consistently comfortable as opposed to like hot then frigid then hot then frigid, and also maybe save us some money on our electric bill because supposedly it's more energy efficient.
Yeah, we'll see. I also we ordered a tower fan to try to help distribute the air throughout the house, and then Home Depot canceled it. So we put in the order again, and we'll see.
Got a death wish for Home Depot now.
Yeah, it's messed up. Why'd you do that? So we'll see. The cooling of our house is a big topic of conversation in the summertime for us. It's a lot of work. Alright, I have one more meeting, and then I imagine I'll be touching stuff and making changes and doing things with the schedule and whatnot for a couple hours tonight. And I'm just like, I'm not like actively sitting and working on it right now. The schedule for the conference is done. We just have like a lot of last minute changes, little things. People like get sick, drop out, things happen, they can't come, so we're making changes. So I'm just like, every time I'm just like hanging out, and then anytime there's something like a bing on my computer, I'm like for like 10 minutes, and then I'm done. So I'm like kind of on call for the rest of today, but I need to go get my hair cut because it's just longer than I would like. So I'm going to take this last meeting here in about 4 minutes, and then I'm going to run and get my hair cut. Shay's on her way home. Shay's play, they had their first rehearsal on Monday. It went really, really well. They had a good time. And then between Monday and today, their lead guy had to drop out. So it's a 2-person cast. So one half of the cast dropped out today. So that was kind of obviously very unexpected. So they were kind of in emergency mode today. So I don't know what kind of mood Shay's going to be in when she gets home. Luckily, we've got one more dense bean salad in the fridge for dinner. So dinner's going to be nice and easy. I'm going to get my hair cut. I am mostly finished packing. I need to pack up my backpack, like my work bag and all that stuff. But I'm mostly finished packing. So hopefully we can have a chill evening and Shay can be not so stressed out, because I feel kind of bad because they had a really good first rehearsal. They were really excited about it. And then this guy just had a scheduling conflict they couldn't work with. So it did not work out super well for them today. So that's a bummer. But that's showbiz, baby. So I'm going to try to help Shay get the house cleaned up and set up for her solo week at home. She's very excited for all the foods and things she's going to eat that I don't normally like to eat. So she's got plans. Man, she was like, I'm going to grill peaches. And I didn't have the heart to tell her we don't have a grill. I'll let her figure that out on her own. So, I'll jump on the meeting now. And I will catch you all. Hopefully I'll remember to film on my way to the haircut. But sometimes I forget. Especially when it's hot outside. Only so many brain cells in here left alive when it's warm out. Haircut time. Let's go. It's much better. That's so much better. That's so much better. All right, I'll go home. Quick little rinse off. Get all the tiny hairs. Get all the tiny hairs off my face. And have some dinner. I only had one schedule change. Roll in the 20 minutes I was in there. So hopefully a chill evening. We'll see. What have I just stumbled onto?
Nap time.
Nap time. All right, I'm gonna jump through a quick shower, and then we can have a nice easy dinner that's already made in the fridge for us.
Yay.
Good morning. I'm headed to the airport now. I think we stopped filming it like really early last night because Shay was sewing and I was playing my game, and I wanted to finish my game before I left. Finish packing. So, me and my little suitcase are headed to the bus to LaGuardia. There was a time in my life when my shift would start at 4 a.m. I don't miss that. Also, I could totally call a Lyft and not have to walk and take the bus. But number one, outside of like 4 a.m., I still prefer to just take public transit because, I don't know, people drive crazy and I get really car sick. And that sucks, and I don't want to start my day like that. But also, people are weird at 4 a.m. in New York, and I just can't. I can't gamble on being stuck in a car with somebody weird for like 20 minutes first thing in the day, you know? Also, I know you're keeping up with my schedule changes. In the 4.5 hours I was asleep, I received 5 emails drastically changing core pieces of the schedule. So, it's, my work computer is gigantic, so I don't usually like to work on the plane because it's just kind of a pain. But I think today's a work on the plane kind of day. So I'll be updating the schedule. I land at like 10:30, and I think I'm literally going to be heading like right into a meeting with someone to like clarify some stuff. So that'll be cool. The bus is in 5 minutes. I need a coffee. Used to be a time when this was the city that never sleeps and I could get coffee any time of day, but now everything's closed until like 6 a.m. What's that about? I made it to the airport.
And happy Friday. I had a very slow start this morning. I slept in, I took my time doing my morning pages for the artist way, I took my time getting ready, I'm wearing my cute little shirt that I fixed up from the thrift store last night, but we are here. Kaylee is currently on an airplane to Las Vegas right now for her big conference thing. And I am here hanging out with the cats. So we are working on breakfast, and then we are going to get started on our very first Shay solo budget with me, which is very exciting and also slightly nerve-wracking. I really don't want to mess up any of our numbers, but that's okay. I think between the coffee and the breakfast, I'll be good to go. Those of you who like to do a lot of cooking for yourself may know what I'm talking about, but there is something like so wonderful about just like standing at the table, like right where you finish making a glorious meal for yourself and just like eating it. Like no sitting down, no like getting set up and watching TV or nothing, just like standing over the table and then just chowing down the meal that you just made for yourself. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but Kaylee always makes fun of me. She's like, you can't make it to the table without stealing a bite of what you made, and I think that's part of why, because I get a lot out of that moment where I'm like, yeah, I made this thing for myself, I'm gonna eat it now. So I am setting up for our little budget with me video that I'm gonna be doing all by myself, and Kaylee left me a little note that says how much she loves me and just all sorts of nice things, and I thought that was really sweet, and now I'm excited and happy. Alright, I am done filming and now I am editing. I think it went really well. There were only a couple moments that were truly like facepalm, you made a kind of obvious mistake moments, but I covered everything that I needed to cover. Everything is all assigned and ready to go, so I think all things considered it went quite well. I'm very proud of myself. So now I'm just editing everything. And back in the day, I did have my own YouTube channel, so I am somewhat familiar with the whole editing, posting, pinned comment thing of it all. That YouTube channel is no more, but this is like the part that's easy for me. So I'm just gonna get this posted and then put together my grocery list, which I am like weirdly excited about.
Thank you.
Okay, it is now 2:45. I had some... Oh, Willow wants you to know that it's the freaking weekend! Willow, what day is it? What time is it? It's the freaking weekend, that's right! She likes to scream like this on Fridays because she knows it's the weekend. Anyway, my weekend has officially started. I had a couple of things for my day job that I forgot I need to finish up, but I finished those things up. I clocked out, and now it is the weekend, and I am going to go ahead and meal plan. Finally, meal plan for all of the things that I can make for myself that don't have to be things that Kaylee likes. I miss Kaylee so much when she's gone, so I try to like find things that make me happy that I can't do while she's here, and so I can drink red wine and Chardonnay when she's not here, and I can eat fruits and vegetables in a salad together. She doesn't like that. I can eat hot fruit. She doesn't like that. So I am going to meal plan and make all of those things. The fridge is empty. We did a great job using everything up over the week. So there are only a couple things that I really have to make sure that I get through. One is the cotija. I really need to get through the heavy whipping cream, and I also need to make sure that I get through this buttermilk. So I am going to pick out recipes that utilize all of those things so they don't go to waste, and then I am going to head to Trader Joe's. Alright, I finally finished putting together a meal plan that I am super excited and happy about, and I am going to go to the grocery store. Y'all, it is 4 o'clock. I know it's gonna be a madhouse when I get to Trader Joe's, but I also know that I am just gonna feel so much better if I have my shopping for the week done today versus having to go on the weekend. So I am going to persevere. I'm gonna brave the Trader Joe's. Willow is not gonna be there. She's gonna be hanging out here all by herself. And I will take you along and see if I can get any footage in what I anticipate will be a very, very crowded Trader Joe's.
I went directly from the airport to 2 meetings. Now I'm gonna go check into my room.
Alright, as I suspected, Trader Joe's was a madhouse. Absolutely no reason to get my phone out in a place as crazy as that. And then the trains were also kind of brutal coming home. But I got my bottle of wine, and I am speed walking home right now because a summer thunderstorm is just rolling in. We got some big fat raindrops coming down, and the wind is blowing, and it's got that summer thunderstorm smell, so I'm gonna hurry inside and get started on dinner.
Okay, you guys know the drill. By the time this vlog goes up, I will no longer be in this room. And actually, they just told me that I actually need to check out of this room on Sunday and move to a different room, which is lame, but it is what it is. But so here's a little room tour of my first room, at least for the next 2 nights. This is nice. I got 2 beds. I don't know why. Art, I guess. The bathroom's a monster. It's huge. Humongous. I don't need all this room. Ah, special toilet closet. I'm so tired. It's pretty nice. Like, this is a big old room. I don't need all this. I don't know what kind of room they're moving me to, but I think she said sky view, which, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but That looked like the sky to me. Look at that. It's funny because, oh, look, a helicopter. It's funny because I grew up like 4 hours from here. I grew up in the desert. So the desert has a beauty to it, but it is not one that impresses me all that much. This hotel's weird. I've never stayed in a hotel that is nice like this. I mean, I have, but like not, I don't know. It's only ever for work. So I'm gonna unpack the things that I will find. No, I don't think I even need to unpack. I need to get my belt out. That's about it. I changed in my pants at the airport. You guys. I changed into my pants at the airport, but I forgot to get my belt out. So I've been beltless. So that's honestly the only reason I came to check in, was so I could get my belt. And so I didn't have to worry about where my stuff was. And then I'm gonna take my computer back. I've had 4 Coke Zeros today. Don't tell Shay until she sees this. You can't stop me. So I'm gonna do that. I need to go back. I need to print something before we have a security walkthrough at 4 o'clock. And obviously, you know, I wish I could, I feel like I say this all the time, but it feels like we are buds. And I wish I could show you all the stuff I'm doing this week, but it's so branded, like, for my company. It's so specific to my company. And I feel like some of you guys might know where I work, but it just doesn't, like, this channel is not about like my job and the company that I work for. So, and I don't speak for that company, and the channel is not the company, you know? So it's just, I keep those things separate as much as I can. I mean, they pay me, which I like. Thanks for that. But I can't show you guys like pretty much anything I'm doing this week. So that's also another reason why we wanted to extend the vlog to be 2 weeks, because my content this week is going to be small. So I'll check in when I can. I'll show you what I can of Las Vegas. I like Vegas in theory. It's too hot, and the people are kind of weird. I'm gonna try to get out tonight. I forgot a charger for my AirPods, which is a problem. I kind of just want new AirPods that work on the same charger as my phone, but that is a not insignificant purchase. Anyway, I'm gonna get settled for about 10 minutes and then head immediately back.
Kids, I actually don't know how many kids watch this channel. Probably not very many, now that I'm thinking about it. I also don't know how many kids with ADHD watch this channel. Probably 0. But if you're out there, listen to your elders. If you are trying to get a list of things done in a day, and there is a question, like, maybe I'll have time for this, maybe I won't, the answer is always no. It is almost 6:30, and I've just now unpacked all the groceries. I still have to clean the house. I haven't done a single chore today. And I have to make myself dinner. And I am trying really hard to get dinner on the table by at least 7 p.m. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try our very best. Anyway, I've got a grocery haul for you, so let's get into it. Oh! The cats already got into things that they should not have been getting into. I went to Trader Joe's today, and this is everything I got. I did go a tad bit over budget. I went like $5 and change over budget, which I feel is fine, because I got a lot of really good stuff. Anyway, first and foremost, I did in fact get my kombucha, which I have already cracked into, and it's delicious, as always. I also finally got the famed patio chips. I have never tried these before, but Kaylee insists that they are one of the better products that Trader Joe's makes. And I guess, like, there's all this lore that, like, the factory that used to make them burned down or something, so they haven't had them in a couple of years, and now they're back. So I finally got a bag, and that is very exciting. Okay, I also got a big container of strawberries, not as big as the one I had last week, but that's okay. 1 package of celery. I got a little baby watermelon, a bag of nectarines, container of pomegranate seeds, 2 containers of cherry tomatoes. I'm making a lot of recipes with tomatoes in them this week. 2 honkin' heirloom tomatoes. I am a girly who grew up eating farm fresh heirloom tomatoes, so anytime I see heirloom tomatoes in the grocery store, I'm like, I need these immediately. 1 cucumber, 1 container of fresh basil. I got gem baby lettuce because I'm thinking that I want to do like a lettuce wrap type situation for one of the nights. Regular salad lettuce for the rest of my salad. 1 shallot, 1 red onion, and 1 container of jicama sticks. Jicama is a root vegetable, and there's this particular fruit and veggie salad that I really want to make for lunches for myself this week that has jicama in it, and so I got some. 1 bag of pistachios, a half dozen eggs. I only did a half dozen because it's just me this week. Crumbled gorgonzola, mini brie bites, 1 package of bacon, 1 package of prosciutto, some chia seeds. I got 1 summer squash, 1 loaf of bread, 1 container of our vanilla meringues that we love oh so much, and a little bouquet of flowers. And that is everything I got at the Trader Joe's. So I did not get around to all of the chores. I tidied most of the house, which I feel is good, considering the time crunch that I was under, and also how hungry I was getting. This is my dinner. It is a variation on a Waldorf salad. Normally a Waldorf salad is chicken with apples and dried cranberries and walnuts, but this is chicken with strawberries and pistachios and dried cranberries. So definitely not a Kaylee approved meal, but I am super, super excited about it. So I am gonna go ahead and turn on some TV and enjoy my dinner. And you may or may not see me before tomorrow. So if you don't, have a wonderful evening.
My work day is technically finished. Technically. I'm waiting on an email from someone that I think I don't know actually. I'll have to see. I can see that I have an email, but I put my computer way over there because I got food and I'm eating it in bed, which is the joy of going to a work conference. It is 8 o'clock, which is a downright normal time to be laying down, but especially when you consider that it's 8 o'clock Pacific time. So I've been up since 4:30 Eastern time, and it's 11 Eastern time. I did not sleep on the plane, not even a little. I tried, didn't work. So I'm gonna watch Bob's Burgers. I'm gonna see if this email comes in. If it doesn't, not the end of the world. As long as something has to be done by tomorrow. So I'm gonna chill a little bit. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I think I will. I'm really tired. Yeah, I feel better now that I've eaten something, but I'm gonna have a good sleep, I think. So I'm gonna text with Shay a little bit, and I think she's probably going to bed soon. Yep, okay, good night. 6 a.m. in a casino is a dark place. These people are already gambling.
Good afternoon and happy Saturday. I did not vlog at all this morning because I had a very nice, slow morning. I took a shower, slept in a little bit, just really relaxing and trying to enjoy the weekend. So I am getting started on lunch now, and I'm gonna have my lunch. I'm gonna show you what that is. Today's a big day. Today I'm gonna do some kind of fun and exciting things. I have to do my artist date, which is one of the exercises that you do every week for the Artist's Way. And so I am going to take my artist, my inner artist, on a date to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna have a fun time. And then I'm gonna come back home, and CNN is airing live, like the Broadway show that's running right now with George Clooney, Good Night and Good Luck. And that is at 7 p.m. So I am going to try and see if I can find a streaming option to make that happen and watch it, because like how cool is that they're like streaming live a Broadway show that is running right now for free. So that's gonna be the day, and I'm excited about it. So I am putting together this fun, funky fruit and veggie salad, and the absolute worst thing, not absolute worst thing, tragedy has struck. This whole container of pomegranate seeds that I was going to put in here, as it turns out, was fermenting in the container, but I did not realize that until after I already put it in, so I just spent the last 10 minutes picking out every pomegranate seed from this salad. But I did it, and it's gonna be worth it because it's gonna be so delicious. All right, so this is the finished salad. It's not presented very beautifully, but it is delicious. It is watermelon, cucumber, jicama. There were supposed to be pomegranate seeds in here, but alas, there are not. And then it's just got some pistachios, some roasted pistachios, and a little bit of balsamic glaze in there, and it is so tasty. It is so freaking good. And just to round out the meal a little bit and make sure I get some extra protein, I've also got my my meat stick. All right, I am headed out, and I am on my way to the Met. It is raining outside, and it's a warm day, but it's raining, which is hard to dress for, but I've got my Docs, my waterproof shoes, and an umbrella, and hopefully that will be enough to keep me dry. I was considering kind of just staying inside, but honestly, there is something like really nice about being out when it's rainy. In New York, I just put on some, jazz in my AirPods, and I just bring my umbrella, and it's nice. I can kind of enjoy myself that way. So I'm going out on my artist date because I'm committed to this. I'm gonna do it, and hopefully it's gonna be a really nice time. No matter how crowded the Met is, even on a crazy Saturday afternoon in June, there's always a spot that you can find that is peaceful and quiet, and I love that so much. All right, I am walking back home. The sun came out at the end of the day, so I was able to get a little sunshine on my face. I love the Met so much, and I've actually never been by myself, so it was really nice to kind of just wander around and see where the experience took me. I saw Superfine, the black tailoring exhibit, and that was phenomenal. Highly, highly recommend. Such a well done exhibit, and just like stunning, visually stunning to look at. So yeah, I had a great time, and now I'm gonna head upstairs and make myself some dinner. Okay, so as it turns out, I need to cast from my phone to the TV in order to watch the live broadcast for free. They're trying to make me pay for the CNN app, but I found it online through CNN.com for free. So you will not be hearing from me for the rest of the day because my phone will be busy playing the broadcast and casting it to the television. So I will see you tomorrow morning.
I would like everyone to know that my beautiful wife cursed me. And I just started my period on the first day of this conference, bro. My period, dude. And look at this pimple on my forehead. I don't got time for any of that. I popped the pimple on my forehead, so you can't judge me. I walked 8.79 kilometers today. I made 100 schedule changes. I can see emails rolling in, but I'm chilling for a minute. My friend Sophia, her flight was delayed a little bit, so we were gonna go to a Ludacris concert tonight, which is a hilarious sentence. But her flight got delayed to the point where like Luda went on stage at 9, or is going on stage at 9, which is in 15 minutes. Her flight has not yet landed. So we're gonna call it on Luda, unfortunately. Luda. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. When she gets here, we might go out and like grab a drink, like a drink, you know. We have a relatively early morning. I still have a few questions I need to answer for the staff. We had staff dinner, like greeted everyone, got a good amount of people registered. I think things are going well. I think I started my period and I'm really not happy about it. I'm still trying to live in a little bit of denial that this is gonna happen while I'm here. And just really hope this is a chill one, you know? I'm gonna drink a bunch of water tonight and try to hydrate my body because I always do better when I'm really well hydrated. I have like ibuprofen. I brought supplies just in case this happened. I was really hoping it would happen on like Thursday, you know, and I'm like on my way out, but that's not what's happening. So, but other than that, I'm not trying to complain the whole time. Like, I'm here, I'm seeing a bunch of people I don't normally see. This thing is, I'm making it more dramatic than it is. You know, my work friends, my work people, I talk to them every single day, but I don't get to see them in person very often because most of the people who work for my company are based out of Seattle. So it's really fun to see everyone. I'm having a good time. I am tired. I'm working really hard. This is not a small job that I have, and I recognize that it's like a privilege to be asked to do a very important thing, and it is hard work, and I am tired. So all of these things are true. I have to switch rooms tomorrow, so I need to check out in the morning and recheck back in the afternoon, which is so annoying, but hopefully it will be a very nice room, and also it's okay. Like, everything will be okay. I don't need to be anywhere tomorrow until like 8 or 8:30 even, and then I'm gonna be like 8:30 to 8 tomorrow. It's gonna be busy, so I saw a lot of cool stuff today. I'm really excited about this. I think it's gonna be super fun. Monday is when like all the attendees of the conference get here, and it's gonna be so much fun. So a lot of work went into this. A lot of work's gonna continue to go into this. I'm really tired. I will film something else if I can when Sophia gets here, if I go out again, unless I fall asleep, which is super possible.
Hello and happy Sunday. I am up. I have breakfast half eaten. I was just on the phone with Kaylee, kind of catching up as I was making and beginning to eat breakfast, but now she is off to the races once again today. She's got to change hotel rooms, which is very inconvenient, but I guess the room that they're moving her into is much nicer. I don't know exactly what's happening, but she is very, very busy as per usual. So she is off to go start her day, and I am going to start my day by watching a little fixer-upper over breakfast. Today is another very like fun, artsy, cute day. I am really over here like living my best life. I am going to go to the farmer's market this afternoon, and then after that the Tony Awards are on, so I am going to make myself a little fancy spread and watch the Tony Awards.
I'm tired. I'm running to breakfast. I'm having fun. I'm really tired.
All right, y'all, I am headed to the farmer's market. I'm gonna go take out like 20 bucks cash just so I have a budget to work with. All right, much success. I found the two things I was looking for. So I got a bag of broccoli rabe and a big bunch of radishes for $10. And that's awesome. So now I'm headed back home. I am back from the farmer's market and my other little errands that I did. So I thought I'd go through and show you all what I got. So before I headed over to the farmer's market, I stopped into just one of our local like big box stores because there were a couple things that were annoying me. First, I wanted to replace my sunglasses. I wanted to replace these guys because they are just so large on my face, and they also fall off my head all the time. And so I wanted to replace them with another pair of brown sunglasses that don't fall off my head, and I did. I found those. I like the way they look a lot. They are a much more appropriate shape for my face, and also they don't fall off my head. So I got those. These are gonna go to the thrift shop. I'm gonna donate those to the thrift shop. I got these, and then I also, I was just looking around, you know, how one does, just look around, and I found these 2 pairs of sandals. Now, I don't know if this is like a piece of common wisdom, but I swear to God, as I've been on this weight loss journey, my feet have also shrunk. I swear to God, that's what's happening. Because the ones that I have that I bought last year are falling off my feet, just absolutely left, right, and sideways. And I also do not like that they're white. Frankly, now that I'm out of my bride era, I can just do away with absolutely everything in my wardrobe that is white, because it just looks a little bit dirty all the time. So these were $15 each, which I thought was a very good price. And so I bought 1 black pair and 1 brown pair, and I think that's good. I felt a little bit bad about it at first, but the more I have them, the better I'm feeling about this purchase, because I had already really like kind of destroyed that last pair, and like my feet were starting to feel weird from like my toes having to grip the shoe all the time. So I think it's good that I got 2 pairs that actually go with the majority of what I wear and also fit me a little bit better. So that's good. And then I went to the farmer's market. I had literally only 2 things that I was looking for, and there was like this very large veggie stand, and there was a huge line, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to wait for so long, blah blah blah. And then there was this other lady who was literally selling 3 things, and 2 of them were the 2 things that I was looking for. She was selling broccoli raw, and she was selling radishes, and so I got each of these, and I am very excited about that. It was also pretty reasonably priced, I have to say, for a farmer's market. It was $5 each for both of those. Did definitely better than the prices at Union Square, which is awesome. And then I looked at a couple of bakeries, but they were all sold out of baguettes by the time that I got there. I'm making bruschetta for the Tonys tonight. I make bruschetta for the Tonys every year. It was a tradition that I randomly started in like 2019, and so now every year for the Tonys, I make bruschetta. So I also stopped at our local bakery, and I got a baguette. This was obviously much larger, but I pre-portioned it into like portions that fit into my calorie goals. So I packed up all the other ones and put them in the freezer to pull out and use later in the week, and that one is going to be for the little single serve bruschetta moment that I am making for myself. And that's everything I got. I am here. I am getting ready for the Tonys. I am making my bruschetta as we speak, and I am about to do something that's gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
I just started watching this while I'm editing it, and I'm gonna put this in a corner so that you can see my reaction to whatever she's about to do. I feel like I know, and I'm really scared.
But I'm gonna do it anyway because I didn't want to pay extra for Parmesan. So what I am about to put in my bruschetta
Don't do it.
is cotija. Blasphemous, I know. It is no substitute for Parmesan. However, I think it will be equally delicious because of the salt content and the texture of the cheese. So I will get back to you about how that tastes. It's on, the Tonys are on, the little Tonys pre-show is on the TV right now, so that's what you're listening to. All right, y'all, I just sat down. The Tony Awards are about to start. Giles is enthralled. And I have my dinner here, so I'm gonna show you what it is. I have a glass of white wine, this bruschetta mix, some crostini, prosciutto, and then some banana peppers just for a little acid and a little spice. I can confirm that the blasphemous cotija cheese moment in the bruschetta mix is delicious. It is fantastic. So that is at least a Shea approved substitution if that happens to be all you have sitting in your fridge and you want to make some bruschetta. I am going to dig in. I'm going to enjoy the Tony Awards, and I will see you all tomorrow, Monday morning.
I'm alive. I've eaten 3 meals today. I'm on my 2nd bottle of water. That's all I have for you. Okay, my work day has ended. I had to check out of my room this morning and into a new room, and I was upset about it, and I feel better now. Would you like to see? We walk in, a front bathroom, a little half bath, a little kitchenette area with sink and TV, with the fridge that I'm not gonna touch. Is this a fridge I can actually use? An actual fridge I can actually use? And a cabinet. Obviously the bar that I'm not going to touch. This is a closet. Do I? Oh, I think that's another room. I don't want that. I have a living room. Another TV. Like a big living room. In New York, this is like $3,000. My bedroom. This is technically a bedroom. The door's closed. Sitting area. Desk. Another TV. Look at this big bed by myself. View's not, you can't really see it good because it's like the double paned window is tough, but overseeing more of the strip for sure. You can oversee, like it's hard to tell, but you can oversee the, here if I block it. That's the whole Mandalay Bay pool. They delivered my bag to me, which ruled. More closet. And this huge bathroom. Standing shower. Look at this little tub. Is it jetted or is it just a big tub? Oh, it's just a big tub. Maybe I'll take a bath. How nice. It's honestly kind of unfortunate. It's a really nice hotel room. I think it's up there with one of the nicest ones I have ever had in my life, which only ever happens when I'm on like long work trips. Like the last like really nice hotel room I had was because I was in Chicago for a month. A while ago. So I'm gonna be here for a while, so they put me up in a nice room, which I greatly appreciate because it definitely makes being in a hotel and away from home a little bit easier when it's like nice and, you know, comfortable. Me and my friend Sophia are going to just go on a little walkabout, maybe get a drink, but I have a meeting at like 6:30 in the morning. So nothing big at all. I need to come back. I'm gonna go to sleep. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep nice and easy. So yeah, this is nice. It's swanky. I'm having a really good time. It's a lot of work. I'm really tired. I think my videos have just been me saying I'm tired, but like I'm having a good time. Like I am enjoying this process quite a lot. And I think tomorrow all the conference attendees arrive. I probably already said that, and it's like 15,000 people. It's gonna be like the scale of this is gonna like balloon like crazy, and I'm stoked. I've actually got some friends who I used to work with at stores out in Long Island back in the day when I was in college. So they're gonna be here, and they're like, "Are you here? We have to hang out." So I'm not gonna have much time to hang out, but it will be an absolute blast to see them. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go on a little walkabout, have a little bit of fun time. If I lay down and go to sleep right now, I'm gonna wake up like too early, and that's not ideal. I did already have dinner. Sophia likes to eat late though, so she'll probably want to have something. It's all happening. This is a real thing.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm sitting here at my desk because I have to get started with my day. This is my breakfast. I realized I showed you my breakfast yesterday, but never like told you what it was. So this is the same thing. It is one nectarine, a couple pieces of bacon, and some toast with a fried egg and pickled onions and Calabrian chilies on top. Super, super tasty. I have a very busy day today. There are a lot of things that I want to get done for my day job, but I only have about 3 hours to do all of that because then I have to pack up. I don't have to. I get to pack up and go to rehearsal in Harlem for my new play. So all of those things have to happen today, and it's a lot going on, but I think it is going to be good. Giles just came to take a little nap on my lap while I finish up some work for my day job. Harvey's also here. He's taking a nap with us too. Nap time for everybody except Shay somehow. Okay, I am finished with my day job. I got like my 2 most urgent tasks done for the day. Not everything I wanted to do, but everything that really needed to get done. So that's good. And before I leave, I am wolfing down like a container of this fun, funky little fruit salad, and then I will be on my way to rehearsal. All right, I am home from rehearsal. I'm gonna be real. I didn't film very much because I am mighty sleepy today, but I am home. The cats are happy to see me. I've got my ranch. So I'm gonna make some buttermilk ranch chicken wraps for dinner tonight. And I am so excited to get started on that because it sounds really, really tasty. Okay. I have my dinner. Technically I have calories for both of these, but I made them and I don't know that I'm gonna be able to finish both of these. So we'll see, but I think I'm gonna call it for a night. Giles and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Good morning and happy Tuesday, everyone. I woke up with what I can only assume is like a little bit of an AC cold. For those of you who don't know what an AC cold is, it's when everyone in New York turns on their AC for the first time and whatever has accumulated in there, you know, I think it's mostly just dust. It's probably an allergic reaction to dust, but we all call it an AC cold. So that's what I've got going on, so I'm going to take it a little extra easy today. And Giles is also telling me to take it a little extra easy today, so I am working from the couch. Today I've got my iced coffee, my planner, and my computer, so I am ready to get to work. You missed breakfast because I was still like getting ready for my day when I had breakfast, but it was the same thing as yesterday and the day before, and it was just as delicious as it was yesterday and the day before. So day's off to a decent start. Today has been a very slow and boring day, so it is now almost 5 p.m. and I've not vlogged anything since when we first chatted this morning, but that's okay. One of my friends was going to come over this evening for a little mini dinner party, and she tragically cannot make it, but I said, you know what, that's fine. So I am going to now make a little mini dinner party for one. And it's gonna be freaking delicious, and I'm very excited about it. So right now I am kind of in the middle of making dinner, but I'll just like talk through what I'm doing. So on this sheet tray is course number 1, and that is going to be a little crostini moment with some brie and like scorched peaches with that. And then second course, main course, is gonna be this pasta. I'm gonna have it with some Italian sausage and baby broccoli, which I got from the farmer's market, some tomatoes, and that Calabrian chili paste that I'm now obsessed with. And right now I'm stewing some peaches and raspberries for dessert, which is gonna be kind of like a meringue trifle type situation. And believe it or not, all of this fits in my calorie goals. I could not do it with wine, so I won't be having wine tonight, but all of this does in fact fit in my calorie goals. All right, here is the finished product. Course 1, course 2, and course 3, and I am pairing it with a nice little iced lemon water, and I am gonna go ahead and dig in because this looks delicious. That was truly some of my best work. That was absolutely delicious. I'm definitely gonna make that again when Kaylee gets home. That whole spread, absolutely fantastic. And it was 700 calories for all of that, which is pretty dang good if I do say so myself. So now I am going to sit back and watch a little bit of TV, and then I might do a sewing project. Good morning and happy Wednesday from me and the cats. I forgot to sign off completely last night, but that's okay. We are up. I actually did all of the dishes, so they're all clean. But now I've got to put away a bunch of these dishes so that I can actually have some counter space to make breakfast. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make breakfast. Here is my breakfast. I changed it up a little bit today. We're doing cherry tomatoes instead of peaches on the side, but it is just about time for me to get clocked into work, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Willow and I have had another super boring day. So boring that she doesn't even want to talk about it. I did my work, and then after I clocked out, I went on a quick errand to go and grab some cat litter. And now I'm gonna clean the whole house, because the whole house does in fact still have to get cleaned. every single day, which is, yeah. As I was cleaning some things up today, specifically in the front closet, I found this guy, which is just a little wrought iron S-hook that I used to have a hanging basket hanging from before that whole, the hanging basket situation doesn't work too well inside the house because they drip all over the floor. And I really should have known that. Anyway, so I was looking at this and I was like, maybe it'll look kind of cool like on the wall. Like as part of this growing gallery wall situation, I was thinking maybe it could look cool like maybe right in that area, or like maybe up in that area or something. So I am gonna try putting it up here and just seeing how I like it. I think it's kind of cool. I'm not 100% sure I love it being on an angle like that, but it does kind of look like an S, you know, for Shay or something. So I'm gonna leave it up there for a little while and see how I feel about it. Also, for those of you who are worried about my AC cold, I have successfully kicked it thanks to my favorite natural remedy of all time. Kaylee hates this stuff, but it's called fire cider. And it is a tonic that is made of apple cider vinegar, in which you have steeped onions, garlic, horseradish, and ginger and chili peppers. And then you let that sit for like 3 weeks, and then you take that, strain it out, and mix it with honey. It is vile. It's absolutely vile. It takes a very long time to get used to the taste, but man, if you've got a little like cold or like a sore throat or something, and you take this like right when you start to feel symptoms, I take like a tablespoon in the morning and a tablespoon at night, kicks it instantly. It works so well, and it tastes really bad, but it works so well. All right, I have successfully cleaned the house and made myself a little dinner. I made myself more of the bruschetta, and then I also made more of this raspberry trifle type thing because I think this is gonna be my new hyperfixation dessert because it is so good and it's only like 130 calories. So I am gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch some Tucci in Italy, and then I'm definitely gonna do a sewing project at some point tonight. All right, so I have the craft on, which is super fun, and I am, oh goodness, lots of things happening. And I'm working on this. I'm turning an old pair of Kaylee's shorts into a pattern for her linen shorts that I'm gonna make for her. So that's what I'm working on right now. All right, I took a break from my project for a minute to take a shower and kind of wind down for the night. I am gonna cut a couple more pieces, but I think after that I'm gonna head to bed. So I will see you in the morning.
I have one more day of this. Got like four more work hours between me and doneness. Have I mentioned that I'm really tired?
Good morning and happy Thursday. Today is get ready for Kaylee to come home day. I'm very excited, and I think Willow's very excited as well. So I've got some work from my day job that I gotta do, obviously, but other than that, I'm gonna be running around and getting ready for Kaylee to come home, getting the house all nice and comfy, running some errands and stuff like that. I got my breakfast, I got my coffee, and I am going to sit down and get some freaking work done. Guess what has made its return? Popcorn. You want popcorn? Ready? Oh, you don't want to play fetch with it? I get it, it's hot out. Okay, I am clocked out of work for the week. Giles is taking his afternoon nap on my desk. There are a couple of things that I want to do before I go out and run some errands today. So one of them is categorizing some transactions and looking at things on YNAB because Kaylee has elected to stay another night in Las Vegas so that she can get a full night of sleep before she gets on the plane, which I 100% support. But it means that you are going to get another solo Shea budget tomorrow, which you will have already seen by this point, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So I want to look at YNAB and then also get all of the video footage that I've taken for the last like week and a half and upload it to the computer so it's all on there. And it doesn't have to be taking up space on my phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I finally finished. I uploaded all of the videos that I had to Kaylee's computer, and I also reconciled the accounts and covered all of our overspending for the week all by myself. So I am very proud of myself for that. But now it is almost 4 p.m. and the things I was gonna go out and get today are in Manhattan. So I'm thinking I might just stay here, you know, and rest. And I think that that will be nice. So I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna make dinner soon. So I'm having my dinner right now. I did not accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish today. I was gonna go out and do all of these errands. I don't know who I was kidding. I simply did not have time for that. But it's okay because at the end of the day, I get to have this. And I should probably give some context to how this dessert came to be, my new hyperfixation dessert, now that I know I can make it at home. So this is inspired by a dessert called the Raspberry Mess, which is a dessert that is on the menu at Kaylee and I's like favorite like wintertime fancy date restaurant, the Commerce Inn, which is in Greenwich Village. And I was determined to figure out how to make it at home because it is the perfect dessert. It's the perfect dessert. It's got the fruit element. It is so decadent, like without being overly sweet. And it is like somehow also refreshing. It's perfect. Texturally, there's a lot going on. It's wonderful. And so that is what inspired me to try and make this. It's literally just stewed raspberries. And I put a dash of honey in there. And a couple meringue cookies from Trader Joe's, and heavy whipping cream that I don't add any sweetener to it, just a dash of vanilla, and I shake it up, and this comes together in probably like 10 minutes, and it's the perfect dessert, and I think you'll be seeing a lot of it in the future.
I survived. I am going to stay.
All right, dinner has been demolished. I sat down and I watched a cute little episode of the National Geographic show where Stanley Tucci just travels through Italy. It's great. I really enjoy it. And now I am once again working on this mock-up for Kaylee's shorts. Hopefully I can get it done tonight. We shall see. Maybe. Probably not. See you tomorrow.
I don't remember what I told you I did. I went and got donuts. I got dinner. I lay down in bed. I fell asleep. I woke up like half an hour later. I ate the dinner. I ate the donuts. Photo of donuts. Oh, really good. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm ready to go home. I wish there was a way that I could have like had a good sleep and then just still magically woken up and been at home. But I needed some rest. My period is killing me. So I'm grateful to not have to be bleeding out on my period on an airplane. It'll be much better tomorrow after a good night's rest. So I'm gonna go back to being asleep. What a week, man.
Good morning and happy Friday. So Kaylee was originally supposed to get in to LaGuardia around 7 a.m. this morning, but she, for her own mental and physical wellness, decided to stay an extra night so that she could get a full night of sleep, because, you know, whoever really sleeps on a plane, you know? So she got a full night of sleep last night, she's gonna come home today. And she's gonna arrive around 7 p.m. In the evening. So Giles is pissed. He's yelling because he wants her to be home now. But that's okay. So I will be solo budgeting once again today. And I also have to go to the grocery store and do all of the normal things that I do on Fridays. So I'm gonna start with breakfast. So I did make breakfast and I did start eating it, but I've been eating little bits because I didn't realize that our coffee carafe was empty. So I've been just nibbling on it as I get the iced coffee situation remedied, because I can't budget without iced coffee. And frankly, neither can Kaylee. But we took care of that, so now I can budget. I am ready. I am caffeinated. Everything's all set up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this budgeting show. Oh goodness. I'm gonna get this budgeting show on the road.
Finally going home. I'm at the airport. I slept so much, but now I haven't had coffee yet. Gotta make sure my gate's there. You know, what if it left?
For American Airlines Flight 1241 with service to Dallas Fort Worth. We are boarding all groups and all rows through gate D14, American Airlines Flight.
Y'all better be nice to Kaylee in the comments about how much work she puts into editing these videos all nice for y'all. I'm an editor. Like, it's part of my day job is editing like promotional footage for the school that I work at. That's like part of what I do. This is so time consuming. I have a whole new appreciation for everything she does for this channel. She works so hard, and I think she is rad and deserves a little extra kudos this week because I'm doing like a tiny fraction of it and it's taking a lot of time. So yeah, Kaylee rules. In conclusion, I just had a realization. I finally finished editing everything. It's up. It's on YouTube. People are commenting and they're being very nice again. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I just had the realization, well, actually, let me back up. So I got a text from my mother. Hi, Mom. Requesting that we go back to Connecticut for Father's Day, which is this Sunday. And Kaylee and I were like, oh, yes, we should do that. So we are actually gonna go back to Connecticut. This is like a new plan. So unfortunately I have to cancel my dinner plans with our friends on Sunday. But that's all right. And so we're gonna go to Connecticut Saturday, Sunday. And I was looking under the fridge and I was kind of having the realization that actually I don't need to go grocery shopping until we get back on Monday. So I think I'm gonna wait to go grocery shopping until we get back on Monday. So I was gonna put together a whole meal plan. I was gonna go grocery shopping, but now I don't have to do any of those things. So instead, I think I'm gonna go and run the errands in Manhattan that I was going to run yesterday and didn't get around to instead, because I have all this extra time now that would have been used to go and get groceries, but now I don't need to, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so now I'm kind of pivoting and reworking my day around the fact that I don't have to go grocery shopping right now. All right. Here's the fit check for my little outing. The top is Maggie's Organics. The skirt is made by Shay. Shoes, Vandralar. I have no idea who made this, but yeah, and my refurbished vintage Coach bag. I'm heading out to Manhattan to go and get a couple of things. I need to restock my perfume oil. I need another notebook because the one that I'm using right now for the Artist's Way is almost completely done. And I'm gonna go get some henna hair dye because I want to give henna a try on my hair. So that's what we're doing. It is so nice today. The weather is perfect. No notes, 10 out of 10. I got home and I was really tired and a little dizzy and totally unmotivated. And I was like, what is wrong with me? I didn't have dinner. It was like a full hour past my dinner time. So I fixed that. It's a little crispy chicken salad made from just whatever vegetables were left in the fridge, and it's freaking delicious. So I am going to wolf this down and then clean the whole house because I haven't done a single chore yet today. Kaylee is set to touch down in about 40 minutes. So let's see how clean and cozy I can get this house before she arrives home. To absolutely nobody's surprise, Shay got distracted. Kaylee just landed. She's at LaGuardia, which means she's a lot closer than I thought she was. And I still haven't done any chores. So we're gonna do them. And we're gonna get as many done as we can.
I'm home.
Kitty's home! We're finally in the same place at the same time.
Woo! Shay made me food. The AC is on. I don't know how loud that is. We're drinking White Claws. Giles is here. What's up, buddy? And I'm just relaxing, chilling. Probably unpack my suitcase. Let's go. Good morning. What do you have?
I have a works bagel with avocado instead of cream cheese. Yeah.
I got everything bagel toasted with bacon, scallion, cream cheese. We've got our coffees. We've got our cats who don't get a bagel,
Oh, this watch is so
even though they really, really want one. We've got a Harvey. He's not a cat, he's a man. And we've got a bunch of YouTubes to catch up on.
Yes, we do.
Did I just get home after a week away? Yeah. Are we leaving the house right now to go to Connecticut? Yeah. Our presence has been requested at a Father's Day. I was gonna say a Father's Day event, but it's really just multiple small things that Shay's dad wants to do for Father's Day, so we're rallying. I don't think he knows we're coming, does he?
Nope, it's a small
It's a
surprise.
small surprise. It's not like a huge surprise. We see them quite often, but a fun little weekend surprise. So we are going to be away for the next probably 24 hours, maybe a little bit more. What are you doing? Covering up a pimple. Didn't you miss me so much? Aren't you glad I'm home? I didn't film very much after we got to Connecticut. We were hanging out with Shay's parents.
We were.
And that was a fun little blast, but we turned around and came home pretty quick because I needed to finish this video and continue resting. But
Yes.
It was a lovely little stop. And I'm glad we ran over there and said hello and we had a lovely breakfast this morning.
Yep.
It was fun. And it's also it's easy to get there. It's not a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Did you
a big old nap?
Yeah, Shay slept on the train home. Full REM sleep, deep sleep. Did you weigh yourself or anything at all last week?
Yes.
Okay, how did you do on your goals?
I am maintaining
Okay, cool.
right now. I think because I'm not dancing for my job, I'm in more of a maintenance phase, which is good. You know, I'm not getting anything back, but I'm also not really losing a ton of weight right now.
That's fair.
So
I was away, obviously, so I didn't weigh myself, but I was also on my period the whole time, which is a period of time where I don't weigh myself anyway. So I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow. We're going to see how I did, not tracking anything at all. I will say my average steps per day last week was 17,000.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a thing. 17,000. Yeah. The back of my knees were chafing. Didn't know my body could do that. Learned something about myself. I'm fine. It just was I was a very, very busy bee last week. Glad to be home. Going to get this video here uploaded, posted, ready to roll. And
it's a little extra chaotic.
It's a little extra. I was watching this back. I was like, yo.
I personally feel the entertainment factor is high on this one.
It's super long though, so we're gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching. This is 2 weeks worth of our lives. We'll see how I did on the weight loss tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming starting tomorrow as well. So thanks for hanging with us. If you made it this far, you get a prize, and the prize is joy. Oh, we got the giggles
now
today.
Goodbye.
Now goodbye.